Hey everyone, I'm Sammy and today we're in my neck of the woods, North Carolina. We're talking about an old Carolina mystery, one that floats in the dark and vanishes before you can blink. Karen's leading us down a foggy back road, and I'm just here for moral support and maybe a flashlight. Let's get into it, the Vander Lights.
All right, y'all, buckle up. Tonight we're taking a slow drive into the dark. Just outside of Fayetteville, North Carolina, there's a little town called Vander. Blink and you'll miss it. But if you're out there between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m., especially on a muggy night, the dark might blink back. We're talking about the Vander Lights, a decades-old mystery that still haunts the old railroad tracks.
Look, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm a behind-the-scenes guy. I don't go chasing glow ghosts.
I know. That's why I didn't ask if you wanted to go when I went. Anyway, if you take Old Vander Road, you'll come along an old stretch of track. Locals say if you pull over on a humid, still night, especially one with some light fog, you might just catch it. A floating orb of light, glowing like an old lantern, then vanishing like it was never there. The story dates back to the 1800s. A railroad worker by the name of Archer Matthews was out checking the tracks late at night. He slips and falls, knocking himself out. When the train came through, they didn't see him laying on the tracks until it was too late. He was found afterwards on the side of the tracks. Well, not all of him. His body was there, but his head wasn't. And ever since, people say they've seen his ghost roaming the tracks, lantern in hand, still searching.
I swear, every one of these southern ghost stories starts with somebody losing their head or being betrayed on their wedding day and ending it.
Well, this one had at least one of those. But it's not just legend. Real people report seeing the light. It's not just a one-time fluke or a tourist thing. And most say the same thing. It shows up between 10 p.m. and midnight. Happens most in late spring to early fall. And almost always when the night is hot, humid, and still. Some say the light follows them for a moment, floating ahead. Others see it flicker across the tracks and disappear. The weirdest part? There's no sound, no breeze, and no one ever gets close to it. It either vanishes or moves behind you.
And that's the part where I get back in the car and pretend it was just a lightning bug with a bad attitude.
To be fair, this would be one very determined lightning bug. Of course, we've got our skeptics. They say it's car headlights bouncing off haze. Or swamp gas. Yep, that again. Or even mirages from heat and humidity warping light. But here's what I always ask. Why only here? Why only this stretch of track and only at night?
And why does it seem to have timing? Like it knows when people are watching.
Exactly. The Vander Lights don't act like random reflections. They act like something aware. If you want to try your luck, and again, I'm not recommending ghost hunting alone, your best bet is to park near the curve on Old Vander Road, where the tracks slip into a patch of thick trees. That's the spot people mention the most.
I'm going to mention this again too. Go with a buddy. Not for the ghosts, but for the coyotes, snakes, and weirdos with flashlights.
Definitely, sometimes the living is much scarier than the dead. Now the lights aren't just a North Carolina thing. There's something global going on with these lights. We have the Brown Mountain Lights right here in North Carolina, the Marfa Lights in Texas, the Hessdalen Lights in Norway. Different cultures, same mystery. Glowing lights, no source, no explanation, just there and then not.
So either ghosts are unionizing internationally, or there's something deeper in the earth we haven't figured out?
That, or maybe aliens. Who knows?
Interesting. So, yeah. If you do go see the Vander Light, let us know. Just don't show up glowing in our studio. I don't do hauntings before coffee.
I'll sage the mic, just in case.
Thanks for hanging out in the weird with us. Don't forget to like, share, and tell your bravest friend to come ghost hunting in Vander, North Carolina. And as always,
stay curious, stay safe, and stay more in the know. Peace and light.
And maybe keep your car running, just in case.